Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Maddie. I post new Sims content every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And today we are going to be getting into the detective career. So my Sim is currently almost out of college. This is one of the games I really was trying hard not to cheat on. So as you can see, her money is low. I'm using absolutely no cheats for this version of my game because I usually cheat so my Sims don't go to work or go to school or do anything really. So I really wanted to get the full experience of sending my Sim off to college, her getting a good job and a good man and a nice happy family, you know? So that's the kind of vibe I'm on right now. But anyway, me and my boo daddy, we are on a date right now. We are going to jump right into this video. If you guys would like more content like this or have any suggestions, please leave me a comment down below in the comment section. And once again, if you do like this type of content, let me know with a like. And if you would like to see more of this content, let me know with a subscription. And without further ado, we're just going to jump right on into the video. So as I mentioned earlier, my Sims are on a date and they are becoming best friends now, because if your lover is not your best friend, then what are we doing here? Right, okay. So long story short, here are my final grades. I ended with a B+ GPA, so my Sim is quite smart, okay? We put in that work, honey. If you guys haven't seen the Secret Society video that I just put up, I recommend you go and see that if you guys didn't even know there was a secret society, because I didn't up until I started going to college. Anyway, so her graduation's tomorrow, and then after graduation, we'll be able to get a career and hopefully start out with a substantial salary. And as this date comes to a close, my boo daddy decides to ask me for us to live together. So I was like, oh, that's great. Little did he know I was moving in with him and he's not moving in with me because of the fact I hate my apartment. And I actually put him in a better apartment than I put myself into, which obviously I didn't start off with 20,000 simoleons because I moved into like a starter house first and then I moved into an apartment. So like my money wasn't all there or whatnot. So I had to get some trashy apartment. Anywho, I decided to just go ahead and move in with him because I like his apartment a lot better anyways. And of course, since we moved in during the date, it instantly canceled the date or whatnot, which is fine because, you know, we got all we needed out of this date, pretty much. Anywho, we are going to get on to graduation and then we're going to get on into our new career. I'm so excited. So my dear Junie is getting ready for graduation. She's trying to make her some breakfast before graduation, and so cutting her finger, whatever, you know, her cooking skills aren't all the best, but she's getting there. Anywho, doesn't she look good? I think she looks ready for graduation. However, this outfit didn't stick with her when she went, so that was very annoying to me, but it's all good. She still looked cute and I was still very proud of her and all of our efforts. But she didn't even get to finish her breakfast because I guess I didn't allot enough time for this. But anyway, off to graduation we go. So here we are, we've made it with the other graduates and everybody's just enthusing about being at graduation and whatnot. However, every time I tried to click for her to go attend graduation, it just wouldn't let her attend. I don't know what the problem was there. So everybody just stood outside chatting amongst themselves and I just left afterwards. So great graduation. On to the next. And as I get back from the ceremony, here comes the welcome wagon because I guess since somebody moved in that's new, they want to come and talk to you. And I'm thinking to myself, I really don't even want to talk to you because y'all are very noisy across the hall. So, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about other than we'll keep the noise down for you guys. I mean, that's just as much as it should have been, but whatever. So I go ahead and have my boyfriend get a job as well because mama's not going to be the only one working, okay? We just can't have that. If we're both going to be paying these bills, we both going to be paying these bills. So you got to get a job, baby. So I just had him be an engineer or something. I don't know. I just picked something that made good or decent money for someone who doesn't have a degree. So looks like that ended up being a civil designer because I think that was like one of the more higher paying jobs that you start off with that you don't really need to have a degree to make $30 an hour. So, or 30 simoleons an hour. So that's cool. And he can go ahead and get started on his work assignments if he chooses to, but I didn't go out looking for no recycled materials. I really just didn't care. As long as you're bringing in a consistent check to help out with these bills, we're good. There's nothing else we need to talk about. And obviously, as y'all know, Junie gets the job as a detective, but I really wasn't expecting there to be such a pay difference with being a detective from having that degree. So I'm honestly very happy about it. 121 simoleons an hour is not nothing to, faint at. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. That's about 1,400 simoleons every day that she goes to work. So that's good money, honestly. That's really good money. And something else that I really do like is the fact that she gets a sign-on bonus, and she gets a bonus every 7 days. So having a degree, that helps you. That definitely helps you in the Sims world. I'm not sure about real life, but definitely helps in the Sims world. And we get to go to work with her, which is what I love about the Get to Work expansion pack, because I hate just sending my Sims off into oblivion for like 8 hours and then they come back and like, here's your paycheck. And I'm like, well, dang, I didn't really do anything all day. But anyway, so I just find it, I like it better when I can go to work with my Sims. Obviously, I didn't have both of them get one of those jobs where I can go to work with both of them, because obviously I can only go to work with one of them. And yeah, so we're about to get into our first day as a detective, and I'm so excited. And my excitement purely comes from the fact that I literally always cheat in my games and never send them to college, or never get them an actual job that they can go to, or one that I can accompany them to. The only other job I've actually tried out is the scientist career, which is what I had to do for the aliens and those videos. So if you guys haven't seen that, I recommend watching those. If you're trying to meet aliens, get abducted, whatever the case may be, that'll help you. But yeah, we're about to get into our first day as a detective. But right before we do, I need somebody to explain this to me. Me and my boyfriend, we go to bed, getting our good night's rest. And all of a sudden, everything in the apartment just breaks. I've never had this happen before in my games, y'all. It's talking about something malicious happened during the night. An object may appear broken at first light. I'm confused. What do you mean they may appear broken? They are broken. I'm so confused. And I was just like, I've never had this happen before, so I really don't know what it was that did that. So if y'all have any answers, please leave it down in the comment section below, because I need to know what this was, because I don't want it to happen again. Because clearly, since I'm not cheating in this game, I have to pay for all of these repairs or to replace what's broken. But luckily, I was able to call a technician, and she fixed up everything for less than 200 simoleons. So I was like, oh, that's great. But I literally do not want this happening again at all. And so now I'm up trying to get ready for my work day and everything. Obviously, my boo daddy's up getting ready for the weekend. And the technician is running around cleaning or running around repairing everything that's broken. Because like I said, I don't know what happened, but everything just broke. But yeah, 130 simoleons for her fixing literally everything, every appliance, all of that. I was just very happy, because I was like, I just know they're about to charge me out the butt to fix all of this stuff. But everything has been fixed, and now it's time for us to go to work. Woo woo! There was an issue when I got here. I got here and I was in my graduation robe. I don't know what that was about, so I went ahead and changed, but that's not her work uniform. So hopefully, our chief doesn't say anything about how we're dressed on the first day of work, because clearly we're not dressed for work, but it's okay. We're going to get to work. And at first I was looking, it says get a case assignment. And at first I was looking like, okay, where is my desk? Right? Because all of the computers are just taken up. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I don't have my own desk. So I just made somebody get up from their computer, and I just went and y'all, I accidentally sat on this girl. Like, she didn't get up in time. So I just sat on her. I don't know. I think my game was glitching out. I've got some mods that need to be updated, but she legit pulls the chair out with whoever in it and just sits on them. So I just thought that was too funny. But anyway, she goes ahead and gets her case assignment. And her first assignment is to assist with the crime scene, so she can learn the ropes and how to handle our own case when we are, a veteran detective at some point in time. So now we can use the crime scene map to travel to the crime scene, which is that big board in front of the room. And now that we have arrived at the scene, we can look for clues to help track down a suspect, investigate damages, stolen property, yada yada yada, what a regular detective would do in real life. So we're gonna get it poppin'. And finally, we do get into uniform, which I just had to take a picture of because I thought it was so cute. Anyway, we are going to go and 1, take some crime scene photos, 2, look for some clues, and 3, get a report from a witness. So let's do it. If only I was this excited to actually have a job in the real world, I think life would be all the more better. But I'm just not excited to work in the real world. But having my sim work, yeah, this is cool. This is fun. But real life, this wouldn't be cool, nor would it be fun. And y'all, I have a criminal justice degree, okay? And nothing about this sounds fun to me in real life. But looking at my sim do it, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. This is, yeah. Because who the heck wants to start off as a police officer to get to, detective status? I don't care. I'm not getting out nobody field to do nothing causing harm to my life. There's too much wickedness in the world at this moment. I can't not put my life at risk, no ma'am. But once we're done taking our 3 photos, it's now time to continue, 1, collecting stuff from the crime scene, and 2, we need to get that witness report because we need to know what happened in this house. We need to figure out what was tea, what was going on in here. So here we get our last set of clues from the scene, and then I go and question, I believe, someone who lives in this house, or maybe it's a neighbor, I'm not quite sure, but she's in here like she lived here and that she's upset about what happened. So we're just going to take the report from this blonde-haired lady right here and see what she's got to say. And once we've gathered up all the evidence, it's now time for us to head back to the station and head to the drawing boards to see who could have done this. So back at the police station, it tells us that now that you've gathered evidence from the crime scene, it's time to start tracking down a suspect. Use the chemical analyzer and computer to evaluate the evidence you found at the crime scene. There's a chance you'll discover some information about who committed the crime. Now, if you've done the scientist career, this analyzer machine is no stranger to you, so we are just going to pop right into it and sample out all of this stuff to see if we can come up with a suspect of who has done this crime. And I'm just go ahead and apologize in advance for all the clicking you hear because I am a picture taker. I love to have my pictures when I'm doing stuff, obviously for content purposes, but just because I like to reminisce back on them. I don't know. And this little analyzer machine looks a little intricate, so I'm glad she's got a degree because it looks like she knows what she's doing, because I surely wouldn't know, okay? I wouldn't know a dang thing when it came to this. So I'm glad she actually learned something while she was in school and she learned on the job. Look, she happy like, ooh, I got you. I got him. Okay, so then we get this notification that says, nice work. Analyzing evidence from the crime scene allows you to discover clues about the suspect. Once you're running your own case, you'll have to analyze lots of evidence before you can find the suspect. For now, use the computer to file the crime scene evidence so that the senior detective can take over. Oh, and might I add, the lady Amelia, who we interviewed or questioned, the witness that we questioned back at the crime scene, didn't have any information to offer, so she wasn't helpful, just to let you guys know that. And once again, there's not an open computer, so I make the same girl who got up the first time get up the second time, because I wouldn't want to bother anybody else. I'm already bothering you, so let's just continue to bother you, huh? But this time, she was taking her little sweet time to get up. I didn't sit on her this time, but she politely gets up and I get on the computer so I can file this, crime scene evidence. And so once we finish that, we get the notification, good work, the evidence you found will be helpful to the detective in charge of the case. Once you get your own case, you'll have to follow up on the evidence yourself. Tomorrow, you'll learn the next steps of the case. For now, take some time to help process criminals here at the station. So now we are getting to booking criminals, we're getting to fingerprinting them, and we're getting to mugshot them. So first things first, we got to search these criminals because we got to make sure they don't have nothing on them that can hurt us. And I'm looking like, what did she just pull out this man's pocket? Y'all wouldn't believe what she pulled out this man's pocket. Why this man got a full fish? And I'm sure it's foul at this point, okay, because you've been in jail. It ain't been refrigerated or nothing. It's just spanking in your pocket. And I just pulled it out. And he looking like, I don't know how that got there. You know how that got there, sir. You was not cleaning out your inventory. That's how that got there. But luckily, we didn't find anything hazardous or dangerous, so we're all good there. However, we are not unscathed by the moodlet, okay? Because we are now uncomfortable because these prisoners are just downright nasty, okay? Up close and personal from the lack of cleanliness of a prisoner. But now it's time to mugshot him, as I have now removed the foul fish from his pocket, and he looks quite sad to be there, but we got it. And now it's time to fingerprint him and process him through the system. And I have no clue why he walked all the way around me to come to the side when he could have just walked straight forward to the scanning. Like, are you trying to avoid getting fingerprinted right now, sir? Are you trying to deceive the detective? Is that what you're trying to do? And then it looks like, the fingerprint scanner done messed up or something, but we got it the second time. It's all good. So he's in the system now. And so since we have about an hour and a half left of the workday, I went ahead and just fulfilled these other things like talking to the chief and discussing theories with some of my counterparts because I didn't want to bring out another criminal, and then, maybe I forget to lock them back up and they run away. I don't know. I don't know if that's a possibility. This is my first day on the job, so I'm not trying to get fired while it's my first day on the job. You get me? Okay. So we're going to go and talk to our chief and see what she has to say. Which, lo and behold, she said, you'd be wise to watch your back, Solace. Rise through the ranks this fast, and you are bound to make enemies. This is my first day on the job. What do you mean rise through the ranks? I see I'm doing a good job. Like, I know I'm doing a good job. And, I automatically started off in a little bit of a higher place because I have a degree. Is that what you're talking about? Like, these people are going to be jealous? Or what you trying to say? Somebody want to come and get me? Are you trying to scare me away at this very moment? Because see, this is why I didn't do this in real life. But anywho, that completes our first day of detective work on the job, our first day of training. So honestly, I think this will be a really fulfilling career for my sim. I think she'll really like it. Like I said, for my sim, not me, but you know. And at the end of this day, we got a really nice check, 1,416 simoleons. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't think to do this earlier. Bump cheating. This is actually a little bit more fulfilling. And of course, Peeping Tom is at my apartment when I get here. Ugh, he is so annoying. He dies just about in every game I play because I don't like the Peeping Sims. Him and Tina got to go. But anywho, we are going to get on to our second day of training. But before we do, y'all, I have the Bust the Dust stuff pack. I never knew that you would actually acquire dust bunnies, y'all. Like actual dust bunnies that you can kind of have as a little pet. Yo, I did not know that. And 2 of them had spawned. I named this one, the first one, Dusty B. We've had him for like a day, and he's been cool or whatnot. But of course, the apartment kind of stays a little dusty with him. And when the second one spawned, I was like, yeah, no, we can't have 2 of these things. We've got to get rid of them, which is why you seen my boyfriend stomp one out. But anyway, like I said, I've had this pack for over a year now, and this is my first time seeing a dust bunny. Which I was actually amazed at, honestly. I was like, you know what? I was so content with keeping Dusty B. However, my sim got to vacuuming and Dusty left. So, unfortunately. So rest in peace, Dusty B. And so we are now back at the police station, and it says training day 2, train harder. There is still a bit more to learn before you're ready for your own case. First, it's time to get out into the community and start building your reputation as a friendly protector or a hardened authority figure. After that, you'll get to take a shot at finding and arresting suspects. Get moving, rookie. So the first item of business today is going on patrol. So we're going to hit our case board, whatever you want to call it, and go on patrol. So it looks like we are patrolling Newcrest today, and it says when an officer is on patrol, they can get to know the community and help keep troublemakers in check. Talk with residents to make a friendly or mean impression. If you see anyone littering, fighting, issue a citation, make sure they obey the law. And of course, right after I hit OK, these 2 get to scuffling. I don't really know what the reason or the rhyme, but they do. And I let them finish it out before issuing both of them a citation. And I don't care who started it. You both was in a fight, so you both get cited. And do you know how wild you have to be to literally be brawling while it's storming outside? That's absolutely ridiculous. Y'all have no sort of respect for yourselves or others because you could get electrocuted at any moment in time, okay? And now all of a sudden she just want to run off because it's storming outside like it wasn't storming when y'all was brawling, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy. Anywho, had to give him the same speech. Absolutely ridiculous. You get the citation, pay it, or go to jail. Bye, sucker, while you busy snatching stuff out my hand. But we make it back to the station safely without being electrocuted by lightning. It says you have processed enough clues to issue an all points bulletin, APB. While you have a rough description of the suspect, the more clues you find and process, the more specific the description becomes. When you have a very detailed description of the perp, you will be less likely to arrest an innocent who shares a few similarities with the guilty party. So we go to our case board and issue that APB, and once we do that, it shares with us that a suspect fitting the APB description has been spotted in this area. Ask around to see if anyone can point you towards the suspect. Use the notebook to review the suspect's description before you make an arrest. If you arrest the wrong person, it will not be a good look on your record. And this is my second day on the job, so obviously I don't want to arrest the wrong person. And so now we're going to go to our handy dandy notebook to see what this assailant looks like. So it's an adult wearing a long sleeve shirt, female, and suspected a geek. So not really sure what to be looking for other than an adult female in a long sleeve t-shirt with maybe some glasses. I don't know. What am I supposed to get from geek? Maybe they got suspenders on. Who knows? So we're about to get to looking around the area, and I see this lady first. She's got some glasses on. She's an adult. She's wearing long sleeves, but we don't want to make too much of an assumption. Here goes an adult lady, long sleeve. Doesn't look too much of a geek though. So I don't know, but the outfit, the hair, it's giving more eccentric. I don't know. And then there was a third person upstairs who has long sleeves, is an adult female, but doesn't look geekish either. She looks regular. So I'm going to guess number 1 out of 3 is the suspect, but we have to kind of question and make sure that that is the right suspect, because obviously I don't want to get fired and I don't want a bad look on my second day. And what do you know? She tells me, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. I wonder why. You are the perp, lady. You're the perp. You who we looking for. You're the suspect. But I still have to do my due diligence as a detective and go and question the other two ladies to make sure that they're not, the perp undercover. And then this lady gets to point and she says, I just saw someone like that a while ago over there. So obviously I zoom out and I'm like, where is over there, lady? Because I need to know. Or you just point me in the wrong direction. And look who walks through the door as she points. I just saw her over there. You got to be the perp, okay? I'm sorry, Serena. You're the perp. You definitely are. But once again, gotta do due diligence. I'm gonna go and question the third lady. And honestly, I'm trying to question this lady and it just looks like I'm ruining her vibe. But I have a job to do, so I need her to oblige me in this questionnaire here. And she then tells me the same thing that the other lady tells me. Now that you mention it, I just saw someone like that right there. Okay, so it's got to be lady number one. Let's go make the arrest. And y'all, at first, I thought the lady had fled the scene. Like, I thought she had left because I was like, wait, where did she go? She's not on the sidewalk. She's not in the building. I just saw her in the building, but she's right outside. I had to calm it down. Calm it down. And then I just so happened to pause it right here. Why does she look like she's trying to get away? Like, who, me? Like, girl, I'm about to take you to the clink. So once we've successfully made an arrest, we're now back at the police station, and it says, now that you've learned about work out in the world, you should know that there's plenty to do around the station too. Run criminals through the booking station, take crime reports from civilians, and get to know your coworkers. You can also use the gym upstairs to stay fit and browse the database on the computer to bolster your knowledge of the criminal mind. So I go ahead and just take a report from a civilian while I'm already standing outside and there's a civilian outside, and he lets me know some punk is turning over his trash cans. I want to report a crime. Some little hooligan has been knocking over my trash cans in the night. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I know you probably have more important things you could be doing. Yes, sir, I could. Nobody cares about your trash can. Just pick it up. And so now I'm going to take one of these criminals from their holding cells so I can get a search, fingerprint, all that good jazz. And yeah, we about to get it popping. And of course, this lady has a pocket full of stuff, cell phones and all kind of jazz that you shouldn't have in a holding cell, but whatever. And of course, she has a foul fish too. And I'm just thinking to myself, what is with you people and these foul fish? Like, why are y'all not cleaning out these dirty dishes? And how many cell phones do you have in your pocket? Huh? How many? And I don't think it matters if I were to search somebody one time, if I were to search 1,000 people, I will still be uncomfortable. My sim will still have this frown on her face because she just is just so very uncomfortable from searching dirty prisoners. Like, lady, what did you expect? You can't be so grossed out right now. You gotta work through it, okay? Stop looking sad. But anywho, she finishes talking to the chief and discussing some case theories, and now she's about to go do another search, which will probably make her even more uncomfortable for even longer periods of time. But this is the name to the game, and hopefully this lady isn't as dirty as the rest of them. And she didn't pull any dead items out of her pocket. She just pulled out some like kids' toys and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy out of this lady's pockets, but she still is very uncomfortable from this. So I guess she just doesn't like searching people, or maybe all prisoners is dirty in her mind. I have no idea. But it was just a little kid's toy that I saw. And, she didn't really have anything else. And it's kind of sad if you've got a kid at home and you're here in the clink. Like, what did you do? What did you do, sis? Let me know. But anywho. Now we've got to go back and talk to the chief. But before we do that, obviously we got to lock Shorty back in her cell because we don't need no prisoners running away, okay? Because then my behind going to be on the line and I ain't going to have no job, okay? But before I go talk to the chief, I take a civilian report to see how we can possibly help this civilian here. And she says, I swear the other day I was walking around town and everyone was in a bad mood. Someone even tried to fight me. Tell your superiors we need more officers keeping the peace. Well, baby, this ain't Hunger Games and I ain't no peacekeeper, so you're going to have to ask somebody else. Next. Did they actually lay their hands on you? If so, that's assault and we can go and find them. Otherwise, I have no words for you, nor do I have advice. I'm so sorry. So as my workday is coming to a close, I go ahead and finish off with talking to the chief, and she spouts some bull out of her mouth talking about how long does it take to solve a case? Are you dragging your heels? I want results, Solace, and I want them yesterday. Ma'am, this is my second day. I'm still in training. You need to be talking to the head detective about this, okay? I don't even have a case of my own. Are we confused here? Like, what are we talking about? Okay. But I just went ahead and let that slide because I'm just thinking that maybe she sees some potential in me. Maybe she thinks I'm probably going to be the best detective that she's ever had on the team. I think that's what it is. So I just think she's pushing me to my full potential here, you know. And then I go ahead and take a civilian report, and my day is about 10 minutes from a close. The civilian says, "Miss Snuggle Pumpkin is up in a tree again. I know you said the last time it was the last time, but you wouldn't let her starve, would you, officer?" "Absolutely, sir. We're not getting your cat out of a tree. Sorry." Better call the fireman because we are not equipped with ladders. We are equipped with handcuffs. Do you want to go to jail? And that brings our second day of training to a close. So we finally get our paycheck for the day, which is 1,400 simoleons. Love it. But this is going to end off our training detective days. I'll be back with you guys when we are actually getting into our career and handling cases all on our own. But for now, you can just watch me cite some people for brawling again in the park. If you guys like more content like this, or have any suggestions, please leave it down below in the comment section. If you do like content like this, please leave me a like and subscribe, as once again I do post 3 times a week. And I hope you guys have a great evening.